Welcome to IQ Checker YouTube channel, home of science quizzes and IQ tests.
This is the part 5 of our likely questions. So we just dive right into our first question. And it says, in 1904, JJ Thomson suggested a model of the structure of atoms. This was called the Plum Pudding Model. Look at the diagram of the Plum Pudding Model. So this diagram we have here is the diagram of the Plum Pudding Model. Write one way that the Plum Pudding Model is similar to the atomic model we use today. Of course, the model we use today is called the Bohr's model of the atom, whereby we have the nucleus. In the nucleus, we have the protons and the neutrons, and we have the electrons revolving around the nucleus in the shells or in the orbit. So the question we have here says that write one way that this Plum Pudding model is similar to the atomic model we use today. One thing that is similar to the model we have today is that both of them have electrons, because if you look at this Plum Pudding model, there is presence of electrons there, as well as there is positive charge ion there. Positively charged ion is also present there in the Plum Pudding model, which we also have in the Bohr's model. So in the Bohr's model, remember we have the nucleus, and inside the nucleus we have the protons positively charged, and you have the neutrons no charge. Then you now have your electrons on the shell. So we have the electrons on the shell. So this has a similarity between the Plum Pudding model and the Bohr's model, which is the atomic model we use today. So this will now take us still on this same Plum Pudding. It will now take us to this other question that says, write one way that the Plum Pudding model is different to the atomic model we use today. So the difference, the major difference there is that the present day, the current day model has electrons in shells or in orbit. Just as I showed that earlier, we have electrons in shells. So the first shell can accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons. Then the second shell, you can have up to 8 electrons. So you now have your second shell like this, and you have your electrons. So electrons orbiting around the nucleus. So the current day model has electrons in shells or in orbit, and the current day model has protons, neutrons, and the nucleus. It has presence of protons positively charged inside the nucleus. We have the neutrons too in the nucleus, and we have the nucleus. That is not shown in the Plum Pudding model. So these are the differences, and this is how the Plum Pudding model is different from the present day atomic model. So with this, we are good with the atomic structure. Now we move to this diagram here. And this diagram here shows some organisms in a forest. The rabbit eats grass. The wolf eats rabbits. This is a kind of food chain, definitely. So what happens to the wolf population if all of the rabbits die from a disease? If all of the rabbits, so look at where the rabbit is, if all of these rabbits should die, if you take this out of this chain, what will happen to the population of the wolf? So the population, definitely population will decrease, And that will be as a result of no food to eat. Because if rabbit is taken off the chain, the wolf will be starving. Because of that starvation, the population will decrease. They will die. There will be increase in mortality. All right. So because of that, the population will decrease due to lack of food, no food to eat. So with that, we are good with this. Now we'll move to the next one, still on this same diagram. Now says suggest two reasons why climate change may decrease the wolf population. Why climate change would decrease the wolf population. Because the effect of climate change can bring about reduce the amount of food available. That's one of the effects of climate change. Climate change can affect the amount of food available. So because of that, it can lead to decrease in wolf population. Then another one is that it can lead to less shelter availability. Climate change can bring about less shelter availability, no space for them to hide and all of that due to climate change. Then another effect of climate change is that there can be drought. And when there is drought, there will be no food. There can be flooding. When there is flooding, there will be no food and all of that. So because of that, it can lead to death of this wolf, and this can reduce or decrease the wolf population. So with that, this is good. Then we can now look at this one. It says, Chen writes statements about nebula. Tick all the statements that are correct about nebula. So these are the statements he made about the nebula. Says the asteroids, the giant clouds, they can act as stellar nurseries, they contain dust, they contain gas. So out of all the statements, now we have to select, we have to pick the statements that are correct about the nebula. Now let's look at them one after the other. They are asteroids. And nebula asteroids? Of course not. Nebula are not asteroids. Asteroids are other planetary bodies apart from the nebula, so they're not. But if you say nebula are giant clouds, that is very true. Nebula are giant clouds, and also they can act as stellar nurseries. They can act as stellar nurseries. Then they contain dust. Of course, not to describe nebula, you have to say that they contain dust and they contain gas. All these statements, these other statements are all correct about the nebula. They are giant clouds that can be you can act as stellar nurseries. They contain dust, they contain gas, but nebula are not asteroids. So with this, we're gonna stop here. So we continue in the next part. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you.